this last one, and I'll throw it over. Been going through them for a bit here, but here is another one in Florida. We wanted to show you a couple of different markets of Texas. Excuse me. That last one was in Texas, in Dallas. This one here is kind of interesting. Can't remember if we looked at it with our members before. If we looked with, but
it's a nice house.
Yeah, in fact, they really kind of, for as big and huge and grand as it looks, it really doesn't have that high of a value as far as what they're assessing it. I'd be interesting to see what it would appraise for after you rehabbed it. Because I mean,
How much did they pay for it?
They paid $127,000 for it.
So they paid 127, and even on Zillow, they were saying it's worth 3 something.
339. I just, I have to think that if you were to do something with this, it could be worth more than that. I mean, it's right there on the river. It's a big, beautiful home.
Well, there are some newer images somewhere here too. Maybe it's here where they have there's some construction work that they've done. There's like a back room where the wall looks like it's been taken out, and they've been involved with some level of construction. But yeah, I mean, there's a couple $100,000 in potential equity, and that's if the value is only at 339. It is, I mean, it's 5,200 square feet. And when was it built?
It was built in 1970. I mean, you'd really need to look into kind of the market value. We'll kind of go over the numbers, and this is just kind of doing a quick gloss on it. This isn't really getting into it. But, I would think that this is such a big and unique property. I mean, with the big, all of that woodwork, there's just so much money that was put into this big, huge fireplace, and it could be redone to look modern and and kind of classy. So
It's just never been remodeled since 1970. Basically, it's kind of original to 1970, and so it would probably be a fairly big remodel job. But at the end of it, the value on it might be pretty good.
Yeah, and it was just kind of fun to look at the numbers. I mean, this one is the one that I would be the most worried about. I mean, we need to really, if we were buying it, we need to make sure that the value's there, unless we were just going to, flip it quick to try to sell it for 200 and make 75 grand on it, because this is a major project. All of these ones here have been pretty easy, as far as what needs to be done with them. Some of them maybe very little. This is one that would be a big project, but it's interesting to kind of look at the numbers. Brings in $3,700 a month, about $45,000 a year. So, if you were looking without the rehab cost, it would pay itself off in 2.8 years. But you may need to, put $150,000 into it, and maybe that would increase. You have to really see what the market would be and what it would be valued after you really rehabbed it, and how unique or somebody would want it within that area.
Yeah, we could look at some after repair properties there. They're kind of the same age and get some idea.
And you've got a fairly decent sized little city here, so kind of interesting. Look at